Good morning, everybody. Checking in from New York this morning, upstate that is, and I call anything above New York City upstate, so we are upstate. Today is May 15th. It's about 5 in the morning here. Did a load over from Wisconsin over to here. It was a 2-day run. I've really been trying to stick to loads that have tighter schedules, or and sorry about the vibration, we are getting unloaded here. So I've been trying to stick to loads that have tighter schedules. It's been one of my pet peeves here lately is, you know, I'm not your capacity solutions. You know, that's what my little shout out to the warehouses and the big food service companies, you know. Like, if you don't have room in your warehouse and you don't want to take delivery until a certain time, well, make that certain time reasonable. You know, I'm not here to warehouse your product for you. Because I know a lot of food warehouses watch my videos, so that's why I put that in there for them. But anyway, get to the numbers of this load, guys. Like I said, it was a 2-day load. I picked it up at 3 a.m. Monday, dropped it here. My appointment was for 5 o'clock my time. I always stay on Central Time. I just adjust the load accordingly. So 5 o'clock Wednesday, 2-day run. It was $2,900 total for the load. 80% of that is $2,320 to the truck. So not bad. About 11, was that 1160? Somewhere in there, 1160-ish revenue per day. So not bad, not bad. Looks like you know, the true test of rates will be what I get coming out of this area. Because last time I was in this area, I took like $1.20 a mile, and it was heavy. So that'll be the true test. Next video will tell you what rates are doing. So those numbers break down. $2,320 to the truck. It was a 10-degree frozen food load, and let's see here, it 72 deadhead miles, 920 loaded miles, and 26,000 pounds, what the broker told me. I showed up at the warehouse to pick it up, and they said half the load had been canceled, and I said, that don't bother me none. That don't affect my pay, because there ain't nobody to call this early in the morning. So I was like, load it up, we're rolling it. So instead of being 26,000 pounds, it ended up being half the rate. It was a little over 13,000 pounds. Can't ever go wrong with that. Light loads are, you know, they're the cat's knees, or whatever they say. So tolls on this run were the real factor here. I dodged one toll, but I don't know, maybe I should have went around like the Indiana toll road and saved a real bunch of money. But I paid $112 in tolls, and that's ridiculous. But so DEF, I put $25 in DEF fuel. I spent $115 on Reefer fuel. Like I said, this was a 10-degree, negative 10-degree frozen food load. And as I said in my last video, you know, when you get, this was 6 pallets. I mean, they were tall, you know, they were like 6-foot pallets, but there was only 6 of them. Excuse me. It's like I said in my last video, when you get a half a load or a quarter of a load reefer, you're going to burn a little bit more reefer fuel, because that load can't keep itself as cold as if it was an entire load. But still not bad. $115. I would say that's about what I used. I'm about where I was when I started. You know, so that's this time of year running frozen food. I expect about 55 bucks a day. I mean, you get out some real heat, you know, maybe 65 a day on reefer fuel, and then $5.15 on truck fuel. I'm a little bit more in the tank than when I started on this run, but maybe an eighth of a tank, not a whole lot. So we're just going to go with $5.10, actually what I put in. $762 in variable cost on this load. You take that away from the $2,320 that made it to the truck, and that leaves us $1,558 on a 2-day run. Still not a bad run. Didn't burn up a lot of hours with this run, because, you know, it was like 900 and something miles. You know, I did part of the deadhead before I did a 34-hour restart, so that really didn't count toward these hours. And You know, the rest of it was kind of like I did, you know, 8.25 hours Monday, and then got up yesterday, did about 8.5. I parked about 30 miles down the road because here where I'm at, there's a couple large warehouses and distribution centers in this industrial park, and there's a TA across the road, and it's ridiculous how quick that TA fills up. I mean, sometimes that TA is full at like noon. I've been over here and it been like, excuse me, nothing but paid spots at like, you know, 2 in the afternoon. So I didn't even want to risk it. I said I'd get up and do the last 30 miles, you know, and so that's what we did. We saved on some paid parking there, maybe, I don't know, but it wasn't too bad getting them driving 30 miles this morning. But yeah, overall pretty good load. I forgot to mention it was $2.92 a mile, all miles, to the carrier, which was $2.34 to the truck, all miles. I'd really like to stay in these rates all the time like this, but like I say, the true test will be today. What we come out of here today in this area, it's gonna really determine what I think about rates. If I can get up around $2 a mile coming out of here, I'll be pretty happy. Like I said, last time I was way down there, like close to $1, way too close to $1 for my liking. But yeah, we'll just have to see what's available coming out of this area. I put in a few calls yesterday and didn't hear anything back, but I was looking on the load boards and the freight looked pretty good. You know, the reefer rates and the reefer loads, the amount of like capacity was looking pretty good in this area. But it's kind of hard to tell. You never know how many trucks are in the area, truly. You know, the load board says, oh, this amount of loads coming in, this amount of loads going out. But, I mean, New York's a big state, you know, and it tells me, you know, 150 loads coming in and whatever going out. I'm like, yeah, whatever. You know, it's like all that could be going to New York City, and I ain't trying to touch that with a 100-mile pole. So, well, let's see how it goes. I'll let you know in the next video. Stay tuned. If you would, hit that subscribe button for me. I'm trying to get my subscriber base up. You know, it's a long road, but I'm trying to do it. So if you could help me out. Thanks everybody for watching. I hope you're learning from the videos. I hope it helps you. And if you want to become an owner operator, this is probably the best channel I can think of to be tuned into, because I'm giving you real numbers here. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Until later, take care of one another. Bye.